Mr. Luther.
The board is asked to consider a resolution authorizing the county administrator to sign an agreement with Carbyne Ltd. for countywide 911 system to utilize its C-Lite next-gen public safety solution through Carbyne's State Beacon program.
Move to approve a resolution authorizing the county administrator to sign an agreement with Carbyne Limited for the countywide 911 system to utilize its C-Lite next-gen public safety solutions through Carbyne's State Beacon program.
Second.
It's been moved and second. Discussion.
This is a one-year agreement with an option 2 for the second year. First year is no charge for 26 C-Lite licenses for all PSAP and dispatch centers in Stark County, with a year 2 option for a 12-month renewal for all 26 licenses for a total of $45,000.
Sheriff, anybody want to?
Tim.
Tim?
Actually, really rather excited to bring this to you today. We can do a small demo for you if you would like.
Yes.
And I would like to start with that. This is the first step to bring video into the dispatch center. The dispatchers will not have to see it if it's something they don't want to see, but it will be recorded for evidence. But it may help them find people. We'll be the 9th place in the country to enter into this, and the first in Ohio. Yeah, we will be the first in Ohio. We met with the sheriff. The sheriff was very, seems very interested in this. I'll let him speak to that. But it is, I think this is the same as almost saying, we're getting 911 to begin with. This is the first real big advancement, and it's solving some of the issues that we're seeing that people are complaining about with wireless phones. 81% of our phone calls last year coming into Stark County was from wireless phones. So it's going to continue, and this just gives the ability for our dispatchers to reach back out to the caller, get more location data, more accurate location data, video, and open up a chat with them, and no application is required to be pre-installed. I only know of 2 products like this, and Carbyne was one of the companies that came to us, and they made us a good offer that we can enter into a program with. Well, it's not just free. It's a really good product. There are some things that they do that I think set them apart. And they do have a complete platform that not only in this, I think over the next couple of years, this contract will have to evaluate their complete 911 platform, because our platform is end of life in 2022? 2021. In 2021, our current platform is end of life. And so we have to be looking at a complete 911 platform countywide. And they also offer that, but this will give us a good chance to see how their products work, how their company is, and everything. So with that, I'd like Lisa to do I'm going to step out and make a phone call in, and she'll show you real quick.
That first for the video first.
Let's show them the. You want the video first? Or you want to do this? Let's do this. I'll go call.
Lisa, for the record, why don't you give us your name?
My name is Lisa Flask, and I'm the regional account manager for this area for Carbyne.
Okay.
Okay.
You'll want to be over here. Here.
Can you see? So the call's coming in. Well, it's just the ring. There's no audio. I'm going to click this link here so that Tim's going to receive a text with a link. He's going to click on that link, and you're going to see the location come up here. So here's Tim's location. Gives the lat and long and the accuracy, and it's also activated his video. So if we look at this, if we zoom in here, you can see.
Now, what shows up on the phone so Tim makes a call?
So it's activated his camera, so he's actually showing us where he's walking, what he's saying, and then we have the chat feature here. So if I wanted to.
But is there something when he makes the call that does he have to put? Is there?
Yes, he received a text.
Okay, he received a text with the link. Okay.
Because it is, the law that you have to allow your video to access it.
But no app has to be installed in the phone. It's literally
No,
like clicking that link that they
when she sent the link
yeah.
to me, I hit one tap on the phone, and it opened up the video and what you're seeing now.
But as Tim said earlier, there is an app that you can have, which would activate it automatically because that
When I
means that you
disconnected.
have agreed with the app.
Are some of the other things that you have reviewed in the past where customers have to go and put their
Yes,
information in way ahead of time, and then if something happens,
Right.
it's there.
There
This
is
does
a
not
multitude of
require-
apps. When you go out and search for 911 apps, at one point we had 11 pages printed out. Martin had done a story here a couple weeks ago, and we showed him there's a multitude of apps, but they require pre-installation. And this is what was so dynamic about this product is we're able to reach out to the caller and start this ourselves. And that'll be the sheriff's staff that does that. So very much so as we were moving through this process, they had to be on board. And I think it's one of the biggest game changers that I've seen to 911 in my career. And it's them partnered with Cisco, partnered with Rapid SOS, the things that they're partnered with. Rapid SOS is the same company that's partnering with, Apple phones, things like that to help with location data. This stuff is answering issues quicker than the state or even a lot of the phone companies can address. These types of products coming out are going to address, problems we've talked about for a while. And I'm excited to be able to start using this with them and see how it helps us.
Currently, when a 911 call comes in on a cell phone, how close can you get to their location? I've always heard that the
Well,
things off the whatever
depends on
tower.
which tower it is on.
Right.
But usually they tell us within the 10 to 20 meters. With this, one of the greatest things about working with this company is they do have a relationship, a partnership with Rapid SOS. Rapid SOS has been identified across the country as one of the best companies out there for pinpointing a closer cross-reference, if you will, GPS cross-reference to a location. So it's actually the tools that people in our business are going to help us locate people who are in need of emergency services. So, that in and of itself makes this quite a valuable tool for our citizens in Stark County. I think the other positive thing about this that I talked to Tim about and the vendor is that you really don't, like other things, you don't have to download some type of app. Mm-hmm. It's a link that they can hit, and if somebody needs help, we can be receiving video right at our dispatch center immediately from their phone. If there's a crime in progress and somebody hits that link, they can actually video the crime in progress, and we can see and capture valuable evidence to help us solve the crime. I think this is a fantastic tool, if you will, for the safety of Stark County.
So you make the 911 call, and then it just comes up with a text. You get a text immediately, and then you just hit the text, and then you accept it, and then your phone's...
So when 911 is dialed, Rapid SOS will automatically put the location on there. Sometimes, for certain circumstances, you won't get that. So then, once you click the send, that sends the link to the text and link to the caller, then the Carbyne location will take over. So it's an additional source of location, and then you have the video option as well.
So the dispatcher pushes send once he or she realizes that they need that information.
Because if the Rapid SOS information on the location is adequate, you might not have to use the Carbyne. But if you wanted the video, you would have to send that. And then part of the Carbyne patent is that it identifies the phone number when it's called in and automatically plots it, and so that the call taker doesn't have to input that.
Wow.
Want to see the video at this point?
Yeah, if you want to do it, sure. They have a short video for it to give you a little flavor of what all they're doing. And
With billions of 911 calls placed each year, your response times vary greatly, averaging between 6 to 18 minutes from time of call. Introducing Carbyne, a multi-layered public safety system presenting the most groundbreaking upgrade to 911 in decades. With the push of a button, callers send crucial information to first responders, including personal data, location, and live video. Using our proprietary location algorithm, dispatchers can pinpoint the caller's exact location within a 3-foot radius, even indoors. With live video streaming utilizing signals of connected cars and wearables, dispatch can collect as much information as possible to determine the appropriate response. A chat feature is also available in the event a caller cannot speak. And the system can even collect data from dropped calls. First in, first out will become a thing of the past as supervisors use all the information available to determine the order of calls getting transferred to dispatch, while seamlessly handling multiple calls of the same incident and assuring reporters that help is on the way. Our cost-effective system has been proven to cut times to dispatch in half, and time is of the essence when lives are on the line.
So, can I ask, Tim, knowing, well, Lisa, I guess I would say, knowing that we're 9th location in the country and the first in Ohio, did you find them or did they find us? I mean, how did Stark County, get pushed up to the top?
We had a prior relationship with Lisa. She was our rep for our current system. So when she went to work for this company, she did reach out to us to tell us about it. And she asked if she could come in and see us and explain it to us. And once I sat through, I'll be honest with you, I sat through her sales presentation, and then she did the demo. And right out of my mouth, as soon as I saw the demo, I said, don't ever do the sales presentation again with anybody in Stark County. I want you to start with the demo. You got to see what this does. And that's like today. Once you see what it does, you will sit here and listen to her for the next 2 hours without question, because it's an amazing advancement. So that's the short story. She did reach out to us, but we, because we had that, she represented our current legacy product.
So we are your flagship county in the state of Ohio, as we continue to be on many things that are cutting edge by our sheriff and by our EMA. And I also want to make sure I heard this correctly. For the first year, there is no charge, and the second year is 45.
30.
I'm sorry.
40,000.
45,000. Okay, thank you.
And it does say that by year 3, they plan on having this on state term contract, if that matters.
By then, we will be the shining star in Ohio, and they'll give it to us for free.
I hope so.
Well, this is taking it, we've made a lot of progress with the CAD, the MARC system, and everything else. This just takes it to the next level. They talk about the next generation 911. This is it.
When you think about 80+% of our customers that call us for emergency service, call us on a mobile phone.
Yep.
We have to change our mindset, and using this product to change our mindset is the direction we need to go to meet our customer base, because pretty soon that number is going to gradually grow. As people get older in our community, more and more they do not use hardline phones. And so as that number continues to grow, this product becomes even more valuable to us here in Stark County.
The first test was in a county near Atlanta, Fayette County, near Atlanta, Georgia, and they started that test with them in August of 2017. So it has some time on the ground there. I've spoke to people from there. They're very happy with it. And another county, a couple more counties in the south just came on, but it is impressive. So it has some good field time, with it in other places. So I'm just excited to see what success stories come out of it.
So when we vote today, if approved, I'm not going to assume for my colleagues, but when it does pass, how soon then would it be implemented?
We would start working with you right away.
And does that require additional training of the dispatchers?
Yes, that will be provided.
There's a couple components. Obviously, there's the technology component that we'll need to put into place. Then there's the training component, which will get all of our dispatchers trained in the usage of the equipment. And then from that point, I have talked to Tim and to the vendor about a marketing component. We need to meet with our local folks and really get the word out that this tool's out there and it's available to our people in South Carolina.
So this will be available for all the dispatch. So it'll be, once it comes to 911 and that call gets transferred over, they will be trained also and all that. So
Anyone that accepts 911 calls will be trained in this.
And one of the dynamic things about this, that when you think about it, I mean, come up with all kinds of scenarios, but right now when a dispatcher's sitting there and somebody says there's a fire, you don't know if that's a shed, they say it's a garage. So if it's a detached garage out nowhere, it may not be that bad, but now you see that it's a car in a garage in a condo association where everything's attached, it becomes a lot bigger issue. It's just a quick example, but that kind of video, is just going to be immensely helpful. There's no picture's worth 1,000 words, as they always say. We now have that in dispatch. It's never ever been there before. So.
And once again, leveraging this at the county level is so much more valuable because it covers everyone, not just the dispatch center here or there, and everybody will be able to participate.
Can that video be transferred out to the first responder either on his phone or in his car? Or
That's part of the thought of Next Gen.
At this point, it could be transferred after the call is complete because it's stored and then they can see that record.
Okay.
But by the end of the year, we're supposed to have data sharing where you can, the first responder and the call taker can see it at the
So
same.
MDTs in the cars would, at that point, would be able to receive the same data that the dispatcher is receiving in real time. So if they're responding to fire or EMS or police or responding to an emergency, they would have the access to that data just like the dispatcher does.
This is awesome. And Lisa, thank you.
Thank you.
Tim, thank you. Sheriff, as always, thank you. We're going to be the leaders in the state, if not in the country. So, okay, any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.